Hi, friends. It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today. We're going to do some Christmassy things. We're going to do a stocking stuffer, and Ellie, my little Yorkshire Terrier, is not here. My husband and I were gone all morning doing errands, and now he's in the back of the house eating his lunch, and she has to be there with him. I know it's a late lunch, but we were gone a long time. So of course she has to be there um, when he's eating. So when she comes back, I'll bring her up here, but she's busy right now with important things. Hi everyone, Karen, Holly, Renee, Lori, good to see you guys. How are you doing? My gosh, Christmas is coming fast. Hi Roz, I haven't addressed my Christmas cards yet. I've got them made, but I haven't addressed them. That's the job for this weekend, and probably some of you will get some. Depends on how far I can go and so I'll do so many and then I just get pooped out. I don't know about you guys, because I have my team, I have customers, I have all of you. Yes, she's having daddy time. Hello from New York. Hello from New York. Louise, good to see you. And Kim, good to see you. So anyway, we've been just busy doing things. And today I thought, well, first of all, let's see. I want to start back at the beginning. Cold and windy Illinois. You guys, I just hate to tell you, but it's 84 here today. I know. I would love to be in the snow, but I also love to be in the warm weather. Now it does get cold at night. It's getting down to the 40s at night. But yesterday and today have been extremely warm, and we're having a Santa Ana, so it's very dry weather and very fire prone. So I want to be, we want to know anyway, just for you to know that just because it's wonderfully warm doesn't mean that we're out of danger and everything like that. Because it does mean there is a fire danger when it's so warm and dry with these Santa Ana winds. But I have to say we enjoy the lovely weather. And I would just say come visit San Diego, because most of the time it's gorgeous. And I know so many of you are there with snow and rain and cold, but at least you get the traditional December. I mean, we really don't get, most of our rain comes in January and February, so that's when we feel wintry out here. Okay, over the weekend, I had my local team party, and thank you for praying for safety. I had my local team party, and we had so much fun, and we did a lot of swapping, we did eating, we did making cards. We made some cards, we used some kits and made some cards, and it was just so much fun. We really enjoyed it. And I have swaps to show you today. I want to show you some of this beautiful cards that I received. I'm always amazed at how talented all of you are, and my team, so talented. So we're going to do that in a few minutes. Well, we could do it right now. I guess we could go ahead and do it right now. So let me turn you down. And the first card I'm going to show you is not a swap. This particular card, today we're having a Pals blog hop, and I tell you about this usually every month. We do a Pals blog hop. Hi Tracy, Tina, Carol. I see some other names over here. Every month we have a Pals blog hop. So Mary Fish is my upline, and she calls her group the Stampin' Pretty Pals. And those of us from the Pals who want to do a blog hop, and you hop from blog to blog. And this month, the blog hop is today, and the theme is Winter Wonderland. So I encourage you, you can start right at my blog and look at my card for today, and down at the bottom it has all the names, and you just hop from one to the other. And so this is the card I made for the Winter Wonderland, and I really wanted to show it to you because we're going to do this one of these days. I just didn't have time to prep everything today. But I had so much fun making these leaves. Oh, there she is. Ellie, you're here. Hi, baby. Okay, she's here. These leaves are from vellum. I cut them out with the fern dye from the Beautiful Gallery, Beautiful Motifs, I think it is. And it's on my blog today. And then, so I used vellum. And then I just had so much fun with these leaves. Let me pull it back in view. I splattered the scene. This is a gorgeous scene from the Beautiful Gallery designer series paper, 6x6. It looked snowy to me, and I think it is snowy, so it went perfectly with the winter wonderland. But the leaves, so I cut out the leaves in vellum, and then I colored them with a Mossy Meadow Stampin' Blend alcohol marker. Oh, thank you, Roz. Then on top of that, I used Wink of Stella on every little leaf. And on top of that, I poured silver embossing powder, and it stuck to the Wink of Stella, which was moist. And then I used the heat tool. And I just love the way those leaves came out with that little, you can't totally see it, but they all have a little bit of silver sparkle. I had so much fun doing that. But and so we'll do that one of these days. I'll show you how it works. And it really isn't that, it's a bit messy. You know, I don't really like messy, but it's not all that messy. And the result is gorgeous. So that was my card for the blog hop. Okay, are you ready for to see some swaps? Let me see if I can get a little more light on our situation down here. Okay, so here are some gorgeous cards. I don't have the envelopes on all of them, but this one was stamped, and look at how beautiful this one is. And we're going to probably make this. I have never made this particular fun fold. Isn't that just so cute? Very beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? And I posted most of these on my blog yesterday or the day before. I can't remember which. This one I didn't post because this was a thank you note to me personally. And I just love, look at those. That is the Stylish Shapes dies, and this is the washi tape. And then on the inside, look how gorgeous. She gave me a little Starbucks gift card, and look how beautiful that is. She is a beautiful card maker. I want you to get ideas. I'm hoping this gives you some ideas. Okay, one of the gals made a hot cocoa pouch. And inside is Starbucks hot cocoa. Whoops, and there's the tag, a little tag. Isn't that just adorable? And with that beautiful Christmas, traditions of Christmas paper. So just, these are just some ideas for you, for all of us. And check out this darling little ginger girl. And she stamped on dark hair, I think that is early espresso, and made the ginger girl out of what looks like Darling Duckling. Isn't that just so cute? These cards are gorgeous. Then here's another fun fold that we're going to do. I think I've done one similar, but not exactly. Look at this one using the pears. Check this out. Oh, and this is from Missy. I put little notes so I'd know who made them. And that's just a plain backing. Look at that. So I'm sure I'll use this on one of our Fun Fold Fridays. Isn't that just gorgeous? Shirley, good to see you. This one, I think, is an actual Christmas card from a friend of mine, a customer, and she did use some things that are not Stampin' Up, but I wanted to show you because I think it's so pretty. And we had a music embossing folder some years ago. I really love that. Robin, good to see you. Oh, and here's Robin's swap card. I'll show you. Made from the Jolly Holly. Isn't that beautiful? With that gold rim. Isn't that just gorgeous? And a very vanilla paper and embossing. And the word joy is, she's got joy in gold foil and joy in very vanilla superimposed on top. So it has that little extra lining. Isn't that beautiful? And then we have one using the Jar of Joy, the little peppermints. Isn't that one cute? And this one, I don't think this was a swap card. Oh, this is from Holly Paplow. And it is beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is with that paper all lined up like that. The strips of paper. Gorgeous card, Holly. I think I'm done with the swaps. These are some cards that I've received. Love this. Beautiful, beautiful. And sequins. I love sequins because they're easy to mail. They don't make bumps. And then this one is from another pal from the LA area. And I'm not even sure really where all these things are from. I don't know that they're current, but it's just so cute. I like this one. Aren't they gorgeous, Tracy? And then, oh, my swap. I had posted on my blog maybe last week. And this is using a new set, which I don't, let me see. A new set. Here are the dies. Joyful Squares. I wanted to make mine out of new stuff because I couldn't resist. So I made this little cutie with some of the doilies. I'm going to be using a lot of doilies. Yeah, so gorgeous, gorgeous cards. It's so fun to see all those beautiful cards, isn't it? Okay, a couple of announcements. I'm going to leave you down here because I'm going to show you something. The first one is I have now available, and I haven't posted it yet. You're the first ones to see my Faith Creations class for December, which is part 2 of the Names of God. And here it is. Here are the cards that you'll be making in the class. And these classes, I've been kind of teaching the different names of God in Hebrew. So this one is Adonai, which means my Lord. And this one, it means the Lord will provide, Jehovah Jireh. And this one is a Jehovah Rapha, which means for I am the Lord who heals you. And I used the Kintsugi Inspirations Designer Series paper. And so for the class, you'll make 2 of each of these. And you'll get half a package of the Kintsugi paper, half a pack of gold foil. You're going to get some pearls. These are the iridescent pearls. And then I've colored them with Stampin' Blends. So you get one package of 2 of Stampin' Blends of your choice. And the ones I'm recommending are Misty Moonlight and Lost Lagoon, so that you can color the pearls to match the cards. But if you have those colors, you can request any one. And so the class is $49.95. And it does use all the other, these pieces I will die cut for you. These I will not, because the class uses the Everyday Arch dies. So if you want to add, if you don't have them and you want to add on the Everyday Arch dies, then you add the price of the dies, which is $29, onto the $49.95 for the class, and that's $78.95. I'll be posting all of this on my blog. I have to do it all tonight, and I'll post it tomorrow, and I'll be sending it out in my newsletter. But because I had it ready, I wanted to show you guys these cards. I think they're really pretty, and I like them. But of course I made them, so what can I say? Okay, the other thing is free shipping. Today through Friday, 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, with any order $75 or above, and that's before tax. And I would say take advantage of it. Get some supplies. Buy Christmas presents for yourself. That's what I say. So it's always great to have free shipping. We love it that Stampin' Up! Gives us free shipping. Don't miss out. Alrighty. The project for today, I told you it's going to be stocking stuffers. These are quick and easy stocking stuffers for you guys to make for your kids and grandkids. And they're cute little Post-it note covers. I'm going to give you the measurements and the dimensions. We're going to make a couple of them. And they're the 3x3 Post-it notes. They just open like this. And I love to give these. I love to tuck these in stockings, Christmas stockings. I like to give them just to friends, as just a little gift. You can give a couple as like a hostess gift, or if you're having a party, everybody could have one as a favor. And these are easy, and I'm going to show you how to make them really easy, okay? So let's get started. Now, I wanted to show you the Post-its that I use. I just got this pack of 8 Post-its from Amazon. I don't remember the exact price, but they weren't that expensive for just 8 of them. And I don't need more than 8 little Post-it notes. So let's take one out and we'll start making it. And I want you to, if you need the dimensions and whatnot, be sure to get out a paper and pencil so that you can write down the dimensions. So this is just your regular 3x3 Post-it note. And the first thing we're going to do is cut the designer series paper for the cover. Now, I did mine for Christmas, for the holidays, but you can do yours with any designer series paper for any occasion. So I think I'm going to use this paper, this particular sheet. The samples I had, they're all from the Elegant Pine Snowflake Designer Series paper. And it's such pretty paper, and it's not going on to last chance. Hi, Cindy. It's not retiring, and I like that. So we're going to use the front side for the front of our little cover, and that is what will show on the inside. So the first thing we need is to cut the cover. And I love the pink Post-it notes too. That's all I get for the 3x3s. The little tiny ones, the little 1.5x2s, you can't get them all one color, so I get them mostly yellow, but I love the all pink. Okay, so we need to put our paper trimmer arm out, because what we need is a piece of designer series paper, and you can make a lot with a 12x12 piece of designer series paper. Oh, did you, Tracy? It's beautiful. So we need a 6 3/8 by 3 inch. You made these for Christmas craft sale about 15 years ago. Yes, Shirley, yes. So we need 6 3/8 by 3. And this is a little weird because if you're measuring at 6 3/8, because the arm attaches right in there. But I measured, and 6 3/8 is right at that mark where the arm connects. So all we have to do is put it right at that mark and cut. And then we're going to cut at 3 inches. And you want to make sure kind of not to go over, not to go under, because you want it to cover just perfectly. You want it to cover the Post-its, so 3 inches. Okay, and I think that's all we need our paper trimmer for right now. Now, the one thing I was going to tell you, some people like to do scoring and whatnot for this. Truthfully, I think the scoring, to score for this, I tried it, and it's in the 8s, like something 8s. Oh, back then you sold them for $4. Okay, interesting. To get the scoring exact for this spot, which is about 1/4 of an inch, but it's a little over 1/4 of an inch, what I prefer to do so it fits perfectly is I prefer to just hold mine, and I have it just come the tiniest bit hanging over, just a tiny, tiny bit, like a 1/16 of an inch. And then I fold it over on my own and pull it to the back, okay? And you just straighten that, and then I just do this and form my own little score lines. Because sure enough, if I do it on the paper trimmer, the score lines are off. They're not, I couldn't get them to come out exact, because like I said, it's something in so many 8s, and you know me in math, it just drives me nuts. So if I just fold it like that, it comes out close enough and it looks good. Hi Beth, I see that you're watching. So Poof. All right, now how do you attach the cover? And what I do two types of adhering of the cover. And the first one is I put tear and tape right up here. It's one of our, I believe it's the most firm and best holding of all of our adhesives, okay? Tear and tape. And I put it right up there on that strip. Now, in order to get it to really adhere, I like to use my bone folder and just really press down. Whoops, I got a little dimensional cover. They're all over, you know. They're all over the house. They pop up in the oddest places. I know you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm just going to really work to get that to adhere there. Oh, did you see my nails? I just got them done this morning. Do you see that cute little present with the bow, the little wrapping? Isn't that so cute? I love them. It's understated until you see the little bows. It just makes me happy. It just gives me a little joy, right? Okay. Now back to our project, sorry. And I just pick this up with my scissors. Pick up that top layer and pull that off. Okay. And now we've already kind of scored our piece here. And so we're just going to put it on, and you have a minute, you know, you can maneuver it a bit. And now it's on there just right. Hi, Kathy. Oderly, I see you. And now I'm going to press down on the top again to really get the paper to stick on. You had a dimensional stuck on your watch band. Cindy, I'm glad, you know, we're none of us are immune. Those little dimensional covers just appear everywhere. Okay, so we're really kind of getting that stuck down. All right. Now, the second way I adhere this is there is this little piece that is the backing piece of the Post-it notes. So what I like to do to make sure that this is going to stick on here for kind of what you might call the life of the Post-it notes, I like to add some glue back in here. Not getting too close to the edge, and just press down like that. And that really just sticks, makes sure that our little cover sticks on. And then you just decorate. Okay, that's all. You just decorate after that. You were cooking dinner and noticed it. I knew I misplaced one. That's so funny. Okay. Now, you can decorate this any way that you want. But what I came up with, because I'm in the quick and easy mode right now, right? We're in the quick and easy mode because it's getting close to Christmas. And that is to use my punches. And I love, Tina found one, and oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to use the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And this is Mossy Meadow cardstock. And I'm going to punch a circle from that, okay? And then I'm going to use some basic white cardstock, and I'm going to punch, whoops, wrong punch. I'm going to use the 1 7/8 circle punch. Now this is the new one. This is the newest size that they've come out with. I think, I want to say maybe it's in the annual catalog. I'm not sure. It's not in the current catalog, but it's fairly recent. And so it's 1 7/8. And so this is what we're going to do, like this, okay? Now, I'm going to use some ribbon because I love to use ribbon. We were talking at the party. We had a game at our team party, and it was which do you prefer? And they had 2 different things, and it was like embellishments of ribbon. And I use them both all the time, but definitely ribbon for me, okay? Definitely ribbon. Okay, so the ribbon we're going to use that goes, it is sparkly because it's gold on one side, and let's see, Mossy Meadow in gold. And it really, I think, looks really pretty. you can't there you can see how sparkly it is. And I'm just going to make a little bit of it to come, just a little, we got to have a little ribbon, right? Okay. So I'm going to get my big ribbon scissors and just trim at the base like that. And now what I'm going to do is put this ribbon on the white inner circle, the 1 7/8. Okay, and to adhere it, when I can, if I can adhere ribbon with a staple, I do, because it really holds it nice and tight. So I'm going to put a staple right there to get that ribbon to stick on, okay? And that way I'm pretty sure it's not going to come off. Then I'm going to put this white circle, put one, all it needs is one dimensional, over the Mossy Meadow circle and try to center it as best I can. Okay, like that. And now we can glue the Mossy Meadow circle on. That will assure that it really sticks on there pretty well. So we'll just glue this on here. And you guys, this is quick and easy. I'm going to make one for everyone in my family. My daughter puts stockings up for all of us, and she usually stuffs the stockings with little things. And I'm going to make one of these for everybody and drop in their stocking just because they're cute. And who doesn't use a Post-it note, right? Okay, now we're going to trim our little ribbon. You could leave it long, but I think it's better to trim it up right about the size, or the right about at the edge of the Post-it notes, like that. Okay. So now we need a little sentiment. And I am going to get my trimmer out one more time. And I'm going to cut a piece of basic white at 3/4 of an inch. Just a strip, okay? And we're going to stamp this strip. And because I want to kind of match this paper, so Mossy Meadow is one of the colors that is in the Elegant Pine Snowflake Designer Series paper. So that's why I used it. And of course the ribbon then matching also. But we also have a little cherry cobbler going on there. And because it's Christmas, we're going to add a sentiment of cherry cobbler. And for the sentiment, I'm using the Jolly Holly stamp set. Now, you guys, I talk about this almost every week because I love it so much. This is on last chance, as is the hybrid embossing folder that goes with it. If you don't have it, I would get it while it's on last chance before it goes away, because it just has so much. I've used this so much this season. Okay, so I'm just using the word merry just because it's a light-hearted kind of sentiment. I'm just going to stamp it right on there in cherry cobbler ink. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of trimming. I want it to be about the width of the circle. So I think I'm going to trim it there. And then I'm also going to trim it over here in this area. Okay, let's hold it over there. Okay, now on this side, I want to do a flagged end. Do you know how to do a flagged end? You just cut in at the halfway mark on that edge, cut in. Yes, the prize will be this little Post-it note. I'm not 100% sure you'll get it before Christmas, but you'll like it anytime you get it. Okay, so then you just flag the ends, and we're going to put it over the staple so nobody sees it, and don't tell anybody that you stapled it. I love that too. I love that script too, Holly. It's really a nice font, isn't it? So now we don't want to put a dimensional over the staple, so I'm putting one on each side of where the staple is going to be in the center here. And then we're just going to set that right on our circle, like that. And to finish off, I mean, we've got to keep using our little peppermint embellishments, right? They're not called peppermint, they're called red and white peppermint, I think. But I really like them. And I've used up all the big ones, and I only have 2 of the big ones left. But I have this medium size, so I'm going to use the medium. So let's just put a few of these on here just for fun, because it's going to add a little cheer to our project. Okay. And just 3 I think is good. I guess we'll put it right here. Now, isn't that just cute? I just think that's so cute. It's just little. Oh, don't forget, Cindy, use them. So here are all 3. I made 2 as my samples. And I just think they're adorable. These are different. It's a different sheet of designer series paper, very similar, but different. This one has the red on it and that one does not. And so these are the 3 little super cute little Post-it notes and with their little covers. And I just think, you know, we should be almost done with our cards by now. So I thought I would show you stocking stuffers, little things to give as you go around and see people, you know, the dry cleaners or whatever. Okay, I'll give you the measurements again, Cindy, because only the real measurement you need is the one of the designer series paper. It's 6 3/8 inches by 3. That's the length by the width. And if anybody can figure out where to score, let me know. But truthfully, I think if you just hold it over and kind of press those little edges in, you're good to go. So there are cute little Post-it notes. So let me come back here. There we are. It was a quick project, right? Super quick. And that's what we all want at this time of year, quick and easy. I know that's what I'm all about, is quick and easy. We've got to get it done. We have so much going on at this time of year. And that'll be the prize for next week. The one we made today will be the prize for a week from today. And I'm not quite sure how much longer we're going to make Christmas projects, because as card makers, it's getting to be almost the time we want to see stuff for January, right? Because we're always ahead. Everybody has to be ahead. Co-workers, very good idea for co-workers. Excellent little idea that doesn't cost very much, because you can make a lot out of a 12 by 12 sheet, right? Well, she was here and she's gone again. I think she heard a noise outside. I got Ellie a super cute little hat for Christmas, and so I think I'll have her start wearing the hat maybe Friday. Oh, she's whining at my husband about something now, or maybe it's some other dogs. Okay, life with the dog, how fun. So the prize for today is a really cool fun fold that we made last week. Do you remember this one that we made that opens? Well, it doesn't open that way. On the back is where we put our sentiment and everything. It's a step card, a center step card, and we made this last week. And then we also put the wreath on the envelope. I love this card. I hate to even give it away, even though I have one. I like it so much I'd like to have 2, but I am giving it away. Yes, you're getting a little tired of Christmas. I am ready to go on. I really am. And we probably will shortly, because I have all that wonderful new product that's coming out in January. So I want to start using it. Okay, so this card, our prize winner today is Tracy Christine. Tracy, congratulations. I'm so glad you won. Tracy has been one of my faithful followers for a long time, and I really appreciate you, Tracy, and I appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you so much. So I have a goal to get everything in the mail, including Christmas cards, by the end of this weekend. So I should be getting it out soon. But if you can't use it for this year, you can always use it for any time of year, this pattern, this design. But also you could save it and make this type of design for next year too, this type of card. So thank you all for watching. Happy Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll be back on Friday and we'll do an actual fun fold on Friday. You're welcome, Tracy. Deborah, hi. You'll have to watch from the beginning.